Have you ever felt the ache of giving your all, hoping for someone to truly value you, only to feel like the harder you try, the more distant they become? It's frustrating, even heartbreaking, to pour so much effort into being seen and still feel invisible. But here's the twist. What if the secret isn't about doing more, but actually about stepping back? Thousands have discovered that creating space rather than chasing can shift the dynamics entirely. In today's video, I'll walk you through 7 powerful reasons why pulling away might just be the breakthrough you've been looking for. Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future insights about relationships, personal growth, and mastering the art of self-worth. Let's unlock the secrets that could transform not only your relationships, but also the way you see yourself. 1. The magnetic pull of self-sufficiency. Self-sufficiency is one of the most powerful yet underrated traits. In a world where most people seek validation, standing confidently on your own sets you apart. While others chase approval to feel they matter, you thrive independently. And that's magnetic. Being self-sufficient doesn't mean shutting people out. It means knowing your worth and not needing anyone to validate it. True power comes when your happiness and confidence are self-driven, not reliant on others. This kind of inner strength is rare, and people are naturally drawn to it. It's a quiet, unshakable confidence, not loud, not boastful, but undeniable. You're not chasing attention, begging for approval, or waiting to feel worthy. And that's exactly when others start craving your attention. When they realize you're thriving without them, they start questioning, why don't they need me anymore? How are they so complete on their own? That's when the power dynamic shifts, leaving them longing for the strength and independence they now see in you. 2. The shock of your growth. People get comfortable when they think they know you, always the same, always available. But when you step back and focus on yourself, it shakes their perception. It's like pulling the rug out from under them. Suddenly, they don't recognize you anymore. Imagine this. You've been the reliable one for years, always checking in, always making plans. Then one day you stop. Instead of chasing them, you chase your goals, hitting the gym, excelling in your career, and spending time with those who truly value you. What happens? They panic. They didn't see it coming and start questioning everything. Did I misjudge them? What else did I miss? This shock wakes them up, sparking curiosity and a renewed craving for your attention. But here's the truth. You're not growing for them. This is about you, becoming your best self for your own happiness. When you focus on your growth, people start noticing. They watch from the sidelines, realizing too late that they underestimated you. Choose one area of your life to transform and give it everything you've got. Do it not to prove them wrong, but because you deserve to thrive. And when they finally see your glow up, it won't matter anymore. You'll be too focused on your incredible journey forward. 3. The power of space in relationships. Let's start with a simple truth. People often don't realize what they have until it's gone. When you're constantly present, always available, always giving, it's easy for others to overlook your value. Distance, however, is a game changer. By stepping back, you create a void that demands attention. It's not about being cold or manipulative. It's about giving both yourself and the other person the space to breathe and think. This pause allows them to recognize the moments, gestures, and support they might have taken for granted. Without your constant presence, they're left with their own thoughts and the absence of what you once brought to their life. 4. Confidence, attracts. Here's the truth. People want what they can't have. When you stop giving them the attention they once took for granted, you become the thing they can't have. Suddenly, the constant presence they relied on disappears, and they begin to feel the void. Instead of you needing them, they now feel they need you. This isn't manipulation. It's about creating healthy boundaries where your happiness is self-driven, not tied to anyone else. When you were always available, you unknowingly gave away your power, signaling, "I need you to validate me." But when you stop chasing and focus on your own growth, everything shifts. Your independence, your goals, and your happiness become your priority. And that confidence is magnetic. Here's the real impact. Self-sufficiency frees you from emotional dependence. You're no longer waiting for someone to define your worth. Instead, you build it through your achievements and your ability to thrive on your own. The result? The moment you stop needing them, they start needing you. They see you fulfilled, happy, and moving forward without them, and that realization is powerful enough to change everything. 5. Unpredictability breeds intrigue. Predictability kills effort. When people can anticipate your every move, they stop paying attention. They get comfortable, assuming you'll always be the same, and put in less effort. But when you break the pattern and become unpredictable, everything changes. Suddenly, they don't know what to expect, and that uncertainty sparks intrigue. Here's the truth. Mystery is magnetic. People are wired to solve puzzles, and unpredictability turns you into one. They'll wonder what you're thinking, why you've changed, and what you'll do next, all of which make you infinitely more captivating. Unpredictability doesn't mean being unreliable or ghosting. It's about shifting the dynamic, being present but no longer predictable. This change makes people value you more. When they can't take you for granted, they feel compelled to invest more effort and attention into the connection. 6. Emotional independence, the quiet power within. Now, let's talk about emotional independence, the cornerstone of self-respect and confidence. When you stop seeking validation from others, you send a powerful message. I value myself enough not to rely on external approval. This kind of self-assurance is magnetic. It's not loud or boastful, it's quiet and resolute. Emotional independence means you're in control of your feelings, not a slave to them. And this strength is deeply attractive because it shows resilience and self-worth. Think of it as a foundation. When your sense of self isn't built on someone else's opinions, you're unshakable. This stability, this quiet confidence, draws people in because it's rare in a world where many are chasing external affirmations. 7. Realizing what they took for granted. You don't know what you've got until it's gone. It's not that they didn't care, it's that they got comfortable. They assumed you'd always be there, always giving your time, energy, and support. But when you step back and remove yourself from their life, it forces them to confront a truth they hadn't considered. You brought far more to the table than they realized. At first, they might not acknowledge the loss, but over time, it hits them. The emotional support, the laughter, the deep conversations, all the things you gave so freely, become clear in your absence. As memories replay in their minds, they start to understand the weight of what they've lost. It's only when you're no longer there that they truly see your value. 8. The desire to be part of your new journey. When you step back and focus on yourself, everything changes. You grow, evolve, and embrace new opportunities. Whether it's picking up hobbies, advancing your career, or spending time with people who truly value you. This transformation is undeniable, and even those who took you for granted can't ignore it. Here's the truth. Personal growth is magnetic. As you work on becoming your best self in your career, health, or relationships, you radiate an energy that draws people in. They see you thriving and realize they don't want to be left behind. Your progress inspires them to want to be part of your journey. 9. Fear of losing you to someone else. When someone sees you thriving without them, they might initially dismiss it, thinking, they'll be back or it's just a phase. But as time passes, they realize this is different. You're evolving into a stronger, more confident version of yourself. Then it hits them. Someone else will notice the incredible person you've become. That comparison, that possibility of losing you to someone else starts to haunt them. This isn't just jealousy. It's the realization that they've lost the security of your constant presence. They now understand that taking you for granted could mean losing you for good. 10. Scarcity increases value. Here's another undeniable truth. When something is always available, it's easy to take it for granted. The same applies to relationships. If you're constantly present, offering your time and energy without limits, people may unconsciously devalue what you bring. However, by stepping back, you remind them of the rarity and significance of your presence. Scarcity creates value. Your time, your energy, and your attention are precious, and taking a step back underscores this truth. It's not about withholding, it's about showing that your presence is a privilege, not a given. 11th, shifting dynamics, letting others take the lead. Now, let's explore the shift in dynamics that occurs when you create distance. Relationships often fall into patterns. One person pursues while the other retreats. By stepping back, you disrupt this rhythm and give the other person a chance to step forward. Your absence forces them to reevaluate their role and effort in the relationship. It's a natural rebalancing of energy, where they must confront what they've been taking for granted and decide whether they're willing to invest more actively. Conclusion: embracing the power of distance. Distance in relationships isn't a tactic, it's a transformative journey. It empowers you to reclaim your worth, embrace growth, and foster healthier dynamics. By stepping into emotional independence, nurturing an air of mystery, and focusing on your personal path, you create connections that are stronger and more meaningful. The goal is never manipulation, but alignment with your true self. When others recognize your value, it's not because you demanded it, it's because you gave them the space to see it. Ultimately, the power of distance reveals the truth for both you and those around you. Thank you for watching this video. If this message resonated with you, please like and share it with friends or loved ones who might need to hear it. Don't forget to comment below with your own experiences. I'd love to hear your story. And together, let's continue spreading these valuable insights to inspire more meaningful connections.